hands together. I'm glad we didn't listen. Look at what we would be missing. They said, I bet they'll never make it, but just look at us holding.
The Suffield High School 1998 boys spring track team was a team of which much was expected and much was delivered. In sports, it is rare to hear of the team that is supposed to win, likely to win, and despite the tremendous pressure of this anticipated accomplishment, manages to win. The stories of the underdog team that overcomes tremendous odds to win a championship have become almost commonplace. We all know of the team with nothing to lose putting together a combination of determination, skill, and a little luck, and then go on to beat a competitor who is stronger, better rested, and on paper, the better team. These stories, although great in their own right, have become almost so commonplace and have reserved a place in our own psyche that when we begin to hear of such a team, we already know the ending. The genesis of winning came the season before, when the 1998 indoor track team came in second in the state championship. Many of the key players on the spring track team were also on the boys' 98 winter track team. They also beat many teams throughout the regular 1998 spring season, compiling 7 wins and 2 losses during the regular spring season. They also won the 17th annual Journal-Enquirer track meet. The following athletes, Mark Winarski, Travis Corley, Ryan Bach, and T.J. McCabe, were named to the Journal-Enquirer All-Area team. In the NCCC tournament, John Carlton took first place in the shot put and discus, and Mark Winarski took first in the 110-meter hurdles. The way the boys were racking up the points and racking up the wins, any opposing team or coach who was paying attention would know the Suffield team was the real deal. Maybe that is why the boys' spring 1998 team had the bullseye painted on their back. With the tremendous talent of Ryan Bach, John Carlton, Bob Carlton, Matt Cheney, Travis Corley, manager Josh Friedman, Brian Gauthier, Kevin Goff, Todd Martin, T.J. McCabe, Greg Palumbo, Ben Sarno, Russell Ward, and Mark Winarski, the team had a tremendous advantage of strength, stamina, and skill. The head coaching staff consisted of seasoned coaches Charles Chuck Thompson, who had over 40 years' experience as both a participant and coach, and Joe Sinecrope, who was the head boys track and field coach at Suffield for over 20 years and was also selected Track and Field Coach of the Year by the Connecticut High School Coaches Association in 1990. Also, there were assistant coaches. Dave Olekna was an outstanding sprinter and hurdler in his own right at East Granby High, and Rick Tayo rounded out the coaching quartet with the cross-training experience he brought as the assistant football coach at Suffield Academy. With this pool of talent, the boys' track team had all of the ingredients for a successful season. In track, even with the best individual talent, one or a couple of people alone cannot win a championship. That takes a team of individuals focused on one goal. It is the sum of points for the events which direct the overall performance of the team. Win more events, add to your point total, win the meet. The 1998 state track meet was filled with new competitors, all winners in their regions. A big powerhouse was Tortolote, a high school out of Thompson, Connecticut, and which was led by the fast Labonte brothers. Other teams included Haddam Killingworth, Coach-and-Chug Durham, St. Paul, St. Bernard, and Ellington, among others. These were the teams which would go up against Suffield for the state championship. The first event, the 4x800 relay, started Suffield's march to the title. Leadoff man Matt Cheney, runners T.J. McCabe, Travis Corley, and anchor Ryan Bach beat Ellington by 3 seconds to take first. As Coach Thompson said, when the kids do well in that race, you know they're going to be sailing for the rest of the meet. And they did start to sail. John Carlton won the discus, waiting until the final throw to win the event by over a foot. Carlton also placed fifth in the shot put, adding more points to the total. Mark Winarski came in fifth in the 110 hurdles. Matt Cheney also contributed by winning the 1600 and by coming in third in the 3200. TJ McCabe and Todd Martin also added to the total. McCabe placed in the 1600 to add points, and Martin came in sixth in the pole vault by clearing the bar by almost 11 feet. Suffield had lost the lead to Tortolote by the time the 800 meters got underway. Bach, who was running in the race, had hoped to finish in the top three, but then realized how close the team totals were. That is when Ryan Bach took the team on his shoulders and, despite having a painful knee injury, took first place in a close race in which he had to turn on the afterburners during the last 100 meters to go from second to first. With Bach's win, Suffield had retaken the lead. But before the final event, which was the javelin, Suffield was barely in first place. Tortolote had just won the 4x400 relay, which was the final track event, and Suffield did not place. It needed the points from Mark Winarski to solidify the win. Winarski, who enjoys the pressure of a big event, placed fourth with a throw of over 161 feet. That throw cemented the 68 points needed to beat Tortolote, the next closest competitor, by 9 points, and it also gave Suffield the first state championship in track. After the meet was over, one of the Suffield High School 1998 boys track team members asked Coach Thompson, "Hey, does this mean we get jackets, Coach?" And yes, the team did get jackets. They also get a place in the Suffield Athletic Hall of Fame for being the first spring track team to win the state championship. Congratulations to both the athletes and coaches.